Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. So we're doing a weekend forecast for today's second video. As always on a Saturday, we're having a detailed look at the weather for the week ahead. We're starting off with flooding rains across many parts of England and Wales at the moment, but we will see weather drying up in the days ahead. Going to turn drier and colder through much of this coming week, with high pressure bringing us a respite from this very, very unsettled autumn weather that we've been having. However, by the end of the week and into next weekend, I can see it's going back to square one, with low pressure returning back from off the Atlantic, bringing more rain by the end of the coming week. So more about that in a moment. Just to say that the first video up today was the second winter 2019-2020 seasonal model roundup. It's getting 13 long-range models together, see what they're all showing for the winter for only the second time this season. So have a look at that and see what's going on there. That video will be placed on the winter updates page with a written summary this evening going over everything that we discuss in the video. We've got a week to 10-day video update coming up for you later on this afternoon, and extending out to sort of a couple of weeks with all of the regular features, so that will be with you later this afternoon. The websites using full weekend forecasts are coming from theweatherout.com and westcentral.de, but we're starting with a radar picture at Gav's Weather. So we're going to start off with a radar picture, and you can see this massive rain that is sitting across many parts of England and Wales. Now this has been very persistent rain for like 24 hours across parts of northwestern England, Wales down to southwest England, into some parts of the north and west Midlands. You can see from the bright colours in there, the yellows and orange, there is some very heavy rain mixed in with that as well. Most of the time, East Anglia and South East England has been dry, but this rain is on the move now. It's starting to push in towards the southeast, and that'll be the trend through the afternoon, these heavy outbreaks of rain spreading in towards the southeast, and it'll start to clear from the north and the west. Now, going further north, you can see across Scotland, Northern Ireland, we've got a different weather type. We have got some rain in the form of showers across northern and western parts of Scotland, and some of those showers are quite heavy, as you can see from the bright colours. Much of Northern Ireland has been dry. These showers will probably push down towards Northern Ireland this afternoon as well. Eastern Scotland has been mainly dry. It should stay so until tonight, when the wind will begin to shift more into the north and start to bring those showers more in towards the eastern, northeastern part of Scotland. But it really is this massive rain that we're focusing on, because, I mean, we're just seeing the rainfall totals clocking up at the moment, and I think we could well be seeing some localised flooding across some central and western parts of England and Wales through the course of this afternoon and into this evening, unfortunately. Here's today's top pressure chart. So we've got a very slow moving weather front that's dragging its feet as it pushes south and east across England and Wales. Behind it, we change the air mass. The wind turns into the north and the northwest, and colder air begins to feed in behind that weather front. But it also starts to turn drier as well, thankfully. So we're going to have that band of rain across England and Wales this afternoon, ever so slowly moving southwards and eastwards, reaching East Anglia and South East England by the end of the afternoon. Brighter skies following that wet weather in towards Wales, Northern England, possibly the North Midlands by the end of this afternoon. And then going further north still, Scotland and Northern Ireland will have a much brighter afternoon with sunny spells, but there will be showers, particularly to the west of Scotland. And as already established, some of them will be quite heavy. They may even turn a little bit wintry over high ground. Big range in temperatures today, just 7 degrees in the far north of Scotland, positively cold, to 17 degrees down across the south of England. 17 is 63 Fahrenheit, positively balmy down there. Overnight tonight, we're going to clear that frontal system away from the southeast, and then the wind turns into the north and the northwest with this ridge of high pressure beginning to take over in the North Atlantic. So East Anglia and South East England start the evening on a wet note. That rain will push away through the course of the evening, with clearer skies following along behind. Then most places have a dry night, but there will be showers across Scotland and perhaps more persistent outbreaks of rain for central and northern parts of Scotland, which may turn to sleet or snow over high ground as the wind strengthens from the north. This northerly wind will start to dig colder air in across the country, so you will feel the drop in temperature through the afternoon and through the evening and overnight. By the end of the night, I think we're looking at a widespread ground frost through parts of Wales, the Midlands, northern England. Probably too much wind further north for frost. It's going to be a cold night. Temperatures are going to be well down into single digits through most parts of the country. Into Sunday, so high pressure is taking over to our west. The winds have turned into the north, so a very different feeling day for many of us tomorrow. It will be a much brighter day though, plenty of sunny spells coming through. Showers probably for northern eastern parts of Scotland. They may well be wintry over high ground. Don't rule out a chance of 1 or 2 flakes of snow coming down to low levels across the northern and northeastern parts of Scotland in some of the heaviest showers. Rain showers peppering the east coast, but most places actually have a dry day tomorrow. We finally get a chance to dry out across England and Wales with plenty of sunny spells coming through, although southern counties could be a little bit on the cloudy side. Temperatures tomorrow will be colder than today, and you'll certainly notice it down in the south and the southeast. A range, I think, of around 6 to 12 degrees Celsius. Now, the high pressure is taking over then as we go into the early part of next week. So the emphasis is shifting to drier but also colder weather. Expect a widespread frost on Sunday night. That's air frost, not just ground frost, but a widespread air frost, particularly through central and northern parts of the country. So Monday starts cold and frosty, but with plenty of sunny spells. I think we keep that sort of weather going through much of the day. Plenty of sunshine. Few showers again, peppering those northern and eastern coastal areas fed in on these sort of northeasterly winds. But you'll be unlucky to catch a shower. Many places are going to stay dry on Monday. Temperatures will be cold though, a range of around 5 to 11 degrees Celsius. It's more like the sort of temperature you'd expect sort of early to mid-November than late October. Now, high pressure begins to sink into the country on Tuesday. So, again, another widespread frost can be expected on Monday night. Probably a harder frost, actually, on Tuesday morning compared to Monday morning. Temperatures could well be down to -2, -3 through many parts of the country. To compensate, there will be plenty of sunny spells as well, maybe 1 or 2 freezing fog patches, but I think most places will be dry and plenty of bright or sunny spells coming through on Tuesday. Could just be a few showers again draped around these eastern coastal counties, but you'll be unlucky to catch one of those in any one place. Temperatures again cold, 5 to 11 degrees Celsius, and as soon as it goes dark, I think we expect another frost to start to develop. That's Wednesday. High pressure is well and truly in control of the weather on Wednesday, sinking into the UK. Just begin to draw up a little bit more moisture into this high pressure as well. So I think low cloud and perhaps dense fog patches could start to become more of an issue around the middle part of the week. So Wednesday's likely to start with another widespread frost, but this time I think instead of lots of sunshine, we could well have rather grey skies to begin on Wednesday and possibly some dense fog patches as well. Those fog patches may linger on well into the day in a few places, but otherwise most of it should go, and then we'll have brighter sunny spells coming through in what should be pretty much a universally dry day under that area of high pressure. Temperatures again are looking cold at around 5 to 11 degrees Celsius, probably colder than that if any fog was to linger all day. The high pressure is starting to decline as we go through into Thursday. Low pressure is beginning to develop out in the Atlantic. This low pressure actually containing the remains of what is currently Tropical Storm Pablo. More about that in today's second video update. I think we could start Thursday again with quite a lot of fog across many parts of the country. That fog could be dense and maybe 1 or 2 freezing fog patches in places as well. Could linger on into the day across central and eastern Britain. Out in the west, so the wind begins to freshen. By the end of the day, I think we'll be starting to see outbreaks of rain moving in towards Ireland, Wales and southwestern England. So that could be quite heavy. Otherwise, it's another dry day and a cold day again. Temperatures 5 to 11. Colder though under any lingering low cloud or mist or fog patches. The high pressure collapses as we get through into Friday, and low pressure is beginning to break back in from off the Atlantic. I did warn at the start of this forecast that by the end of the week and next weekend we're likely to be going back to square one with low pressure heading back in from off the Atlantic. So Friday could well start with outbreaks of rain across many parts of the country. Some of that rain could well be heavy and persistent. It will of course clear away any fog patches, and that rain moves northwards and eastwards, followed along behind by sunshine and showers, brighter skies heading in from off the Atlantic. Temperatures on Friday still quite cold in the north and east, only around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius, but in the south and west it will be turning milder as the wind turns into southwest. Temperatures probably rising up to around 13 or 14 degrees. And then into next weekend, when it's a case of low pressure becoming increasingly dominant again, heading in from off the Atlantic. There is a suggestion of a bit of Scandinavian high trying to get involved in this as well. That could block the progress of weather fronts, and that may lead us into a very wet spell next weekend. Quite a bit of uncertainty about that, but certainly it's one to watch. And the trend is definitely there for things to turn much more unsettled by the time we get through to next weekend. Finally, the charts for weather outlook. So we've got all of this wet weather across England and Wales today. It's much brighter but also colder further north. Tomorrow we're all into that brighter cold weather, plenty of dry weather. There could be wintry showers in the northeast of Scotland and 1 or 2 rain showers down the east coast. Plenty of dry weather then through Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. All days are looking dry, but watch out for overnight frost, which could be quite hard for late October. And by the middle of the week, probably an increasing risk of fog patches developing as well. They could linger quite a long time into the day in 1 or 2 places. By the end of the week, still quite a bit of dry weather on Thursday, but rain heading into the far west of the country, and then that rain marching northwards and eastwards across the country by the time you go through into Friday, and that heralds a return of really wet weather potentially coming back by next weekend. So in summary, we're looking at a very wet start today. Flooding rains across parts of England and Wales. Once this wet weather gets out of the way, though, by tonight, it's going to be turning drier but also colder than the coming few days. So we will get a respite from this wet weather, becoming mainly dry but also cold with hard overnight frost, hard at the time of year, overnight frost, and probably an increasing risk of fog patches by midweek. And then the second half of the week, the high collapses, and we by this time next week we're probably back to square one with more heavy bouts of rain moving in from off the Atlantic. Temperatures probably lift up a little bit though towards the weekend. Right, we'll be back later on this afternoon with your week to 10-day video update, including all of the usual features. Don't forget to check out the second season 1 roundup, winter of 2019-2020. Tomorrow we've got the 9th winter update, and we'll have the 4th and final written forecast for Christmas, ahead, of course, of the Christmas countdown, with the videos beginning on the 1st of November, which, of course, is going to be Friday, this coming Friday. Right, that's all for now, though, and thanks for watching.